Well, bro, literally, like, so, like, I'm just gonna be like, so I first I want to preface all this shit, bro, because like I just want to be clear, like, for sure I'm gonna say some shit on here that's gonna make some people pretty upset, and like I'm excited that you're like recording this because like I for sure have kind of like kept my tongue on a lot of things because I'm excited to answer, so I'll just be honest. So I made Kill Me Lord because I've been in music collectives before, and I was in a music collective called Poison Posse, and even before that, in high school, I was in a group called Bamboo Mirrors with my homie Rakim and my homie Trayvon, and this was back when I was in like when I mean this is like high school, so this is like a whole different Vlad. Honestly, like the music wasn't even really shit. It was just like I love rap music and I love music, and I was like, all right, we were gonna make a rap collective and we're gonna go off. And then I went to college, and then my homie went to college too. Um, we had like a separating sort of like all my homies from high school like they just experienced some shit like when we separated that like it just like I never got to link with them again, and so I started feeling like extremely like isolated. I was like, damn, like can't get I'm not getting popping, and also like I don't know anybody, like I don't own anything, like how am I gonna make this work? And I started getting really into like business, but not business in like the sense of like, oh, like my dad owns this, my dad give me this, I know how to run, I know how to sell, how buy. I literally am so stupid, bro. I don't know how to do any of that shit. But what really interested me was Andy Warhol's relationship to oh my god, I don't want to. I I I. I just didn't want to. I didn't want to have to, but I'm excited to tell. So I had to like. Andy Warhol's relationship to Basquiat was like an incredible like factor in me creating this because Andy Warhol destroyed Basquiat's not legacy. Like, of course, Basquiat will never be destroyed like that. But like, you can't act. Well, I don't believe that there is like a bastardizing of Basquiat without Andy Warhol, who is a bastard in himself in his art. You know what I mean? Somebody who's like lives bastardization to the point where it's like, yeah, bro, like my shit is like the soup cups, and that's what I'm known for. And like, and then okay, but then that like that leads into like I don't know if you know this, but Andy Warhol, he is one of like the and I could be wrong. I could be wrong. So if like someone's watching this, they're like, "Oh, you're not right about this," then I'd rather be delusional about it. But like, basically, Andy Warhol worked with MTV to create like the first frameworks of reality TV. So he was one of like the in the precursors before reality TV was like a thing. Andy Warhol was like a big like leader of that, and I just think that's so interesting because reality TV is like one to one with suffering. Like people watch that shit, they want to like either like, oh, I don't suffer as much as this person. This person is insufferable. They're nothing like me. I'm liking it because I'm comparing myself. So it's really about like placing like something in front of someone that's like, wow, like this is so you. You either have to reject it or admire it. That's yeah. I just that shit was just beautiful, but also he's a son of a bitch for killing Basquiat. Like, you know, I mean, like on a real level, on a real technical level, like I could never be Andy Warhol because I wouldn't let Basquiat die on. I wouldn't, bro. I got look, I got my own issues. I got my own drug issues. I got my own homies who got drug issues, and I got my own like my own situation, and I would never bury them, especially not for business. And I'm not saying that Andy Warhol did that, but I'm not retarded. And so I know Andy Warhol did that. And you know, and his legacy forever, like and as far as I'm concerned, will always be the to you know taking his close friend and nuking him. And that's what I think. And so then I was like, all right, I don't want to be Andy Warhol, but I want to be as rich as Andy Warhol. So I was like, all right, I need to come up with a framework that like that would help someone like Basquiat, but I need to like be able to make him like bigger than me. So like I got homies in like the KillMiLord shit. Like I don't know, bro. They're not really doing the shit that I do, not making the music that I do, not making kinds of music that I do. And some of them have elements of them that I want to be like, bro, like you're off, like this isn't it. Like and a lot of people know, bro, I'm like shitty. Like when I don't like something, I'm like, yo, that's whack. Like this is not good. I don't like this. I don't like this. Like and it's out of love. Right. 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 I mean, but you that was succinct, but that was exactly it. That's it's true. Like you know what I mean. And so it gets tricky because like this is so uh well, I would say ego driven, but like a lot of these people who make music, like they don't have any business experience and they also don't really know how to like monetize. And I'm not saying that it's actually important to monetize, but unless you're like somebody who's being financed by someone, you really have to know how to monetize or else you're just lying. And at some point, there is a lack of authenticity there because like like real people who make music and have to like struggle for it every day, like bro, like I feel like I'm one of those people and I'm like yearning to monetize so many avenues of what I'm doing. I'm literally like every day I'm like, yo, bro, if I could just make another band off this, like if I could just and I know it's I'm also kind of a greedy person too, but let's so that was like that moment I was like I need something else. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna make a group. And at that time, I was in this group called Poison Posse, and it's actually this Australian group with this guy named Sinful. It was one of my homies from Australia. He was a producer that I worked with. He was one of the first producers that tapped into me ever, and he was like, "Yo, like I really fuck with you. We used to make music, but then some of the people in his group, like, and again, I'm not trying to. I'm not. Look, bro, I'm not somebody who like I'm not easy to like offend or anything like that. But I'm pretty keen on like ethical dynamics, gender dynamics, racial dynamics, and I noticed that a lot of these Australian guys, low-key kind of racist in their talking, low-key kind of racist talking about black people to black people. When they talk about women, honestly, the I know it's like, all right, it's okay, but like, it's just a different. I mean, Americans are the same in a different way, but like, it was just different. You know what I mean? And I was like, yo, this isn't conducive to like people of color, me, gay people, trans people. Like this isn't like bro, these people are not gonna make any money. And that's when I knew that it wasn't good for anyone because how could I have this perspective inside trying to supposed to be a part of this group, but then I have these feelings of not really belonging. And so I mean, and of course, you probably been in this group, so you know that you don't always like not every group you're with is like ideal, right? And sometimes things take time, obviously, so it's not like not perfect. So all right, so let me. I'm gonna get into like the actual like facts. So basically, I was living with my ex at the time, and we were in this apartment, and we had just moved to. And she basically, well, they basically created like they were working to become a doctor, and it was like I was like I need to make more money because this lady's about to be a doctor, and at the time, bro, like I was helping her get through the thing, and most of my time was being spent like supporting her. And I love doing it, but I was like, dude, how can I do all these things at once? And for a second, I was like, I need to create something that lets people work for me as well. So I'm like, all right, bro, but how the fuck am I gonna get people to work for me for free? Because nobody wants to work for free, right? Nobody wants to work for free. But also, nobody wants to be nobody, and nobody wants to like not get any help. So I was like, you know what? I will start this by basically working for all these people. And at first, it was three people. It was Phoenix King, me, and Fear. Those are the original three members of KillMiLord. And I asked those two because Fear was one of my homies. He always believed in me. I knew Phoenix from I knew Phoenix from a place called Muncie, Indiana, because I was actually in a group called New Hippies with him. It's like yes, at Ball State. It was a group called New Hippies, and it was like this collective, bro. And it was dope. This guy named Bailey runs it. I still fuck with Bailey, but like at the time there was a so I this when he was running that, bro. I had a group. I had that Poison Posse group, and I would tell him, I'd be like, hey, bro, let's collaborate. Like let's take what you already have and what we're building with these guys, and let's combine it. And you know what he told me? He said, no, bro. I just think that's a little bit too edgy. Like what you're doing is like it's not really something that would fit with my brand. But his brand didn't do anything, right? So like his inaction, it stunted him. So in that moment, I learned that like, wow, if I was him, I would have helped me out, and then I would have been a better off. He might have been better off because right now I'm better off than that guy, and I didn't need his help. You know what I mean? And bro, I could have helped him. Yeah. Well, and so okay, so and then I think that like okay, so I'm gonna pause right here because I think that there's a converse relationship between like how much you want to shine and how much you're willing to let other people shine, and obviously that also has to do with like your comfort around those certain people. Like for instance, like some people really aren't comfortable with other people shining if those people don't reflect them. Like that's something that's like I mean that's a right, but for me like I don't have that feeling. Like I don't need anyone to reflect me in order for them to shine. it's a risk too because like it tells my audience like anybody can get this, anybody can get the gold, anybody can win, and when you do that, you're sort of you're okay. So you're basically like not trying to manipulate your audience because like a lot of the thing is like, hey, all these guys look like me, they sound like me, so like because they're me, they're good. And my whole thing is like, well, think that every single person in here is extremely good. I could be wrong, and I mean, because it's, I mean, I'm human, so I definitely could be wrong. But it could be wrong. You know what I mean? And the thing is like, I am not afraid to adapt. I'm not afraid to get rid of anyone. I'm not afraid to tell someone. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid, dog. I'm not afraid when people like, so many people threaten me every day, bro, every single day, and I stopped being afraid of everything, and I just was like, all right, let's just be. No, every time you say something, it's always succinct, bro. Every single time, you're always on it with that, bro. I'm saying, I like, dude. I swear to God, I think the audience like they would want to hear you too, bro, because you're saying some shit that's it's kind of messing with me a little bit, type shit. But your interest, you're definitely tapped in, bro, and on not even on some like just purely frontal level, bro. You're definitely tapped in on a visceral level, which of course I appreciate. So I can't lie, like, bro, like let me. Okay, so the I got so I let's let me so I got the three guys, and I'm like, all right, bro, I gotta make this shit work. So basically, I was like, I'm not afraid, and I was like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna throw a show, and this was like 2 or 3 months after I had been like grinding on fucking, Twitter, TikTok, making those stupid reels. I mean, dog, I'm telling you right now, bro, that for like maybe a year of my life, every single day for like an hour, it's like every hour of every single day for a whole year, I was posting on fucking Twitter. Every dude, I'm literally like almost like I'm like my brain was like fucked up, and I was doing it every day, and I don't do it anymore. But through that experience, it taught me about the content cycles, right? It taught me like, damn, like sometimes like I'll put this out, no one fucks with it. I put that out, someone fucks with it. But no one's gonna fuck with it if they think I'm dead. And no one's gonna fuck with it if they think that no one's gonna fuck with it if they can't see it every day, bro. I don't have the resources to pay some white dude to fucking make content for me every day. I don't have the resources for it. I don't. It is weird. No, it is 100%. No, bro, that what you said, bro, it is weird. But I don't think it's obviously coming from a place of like the context. Like we're in the I don't know if you watch Yu Yu Hakusho. There's a show called Yu Yu Hakusho. It's basically just like a tournament anime, and you know, just like any tournament anime, there has to be a winner, right? So like everybody wants to win, everybody wants to be on top. But like there's it's just like like I mean, I didn't really think much when Vince Staples made the album where he was like crabs in a bucket. But as in now, I'm like, okay, yeah, he's right. Like honestly, like everybody who ever went out of their way to like dislike me, hate on me, like bro, I don't even remember them. You know what I mean? And like and literally every single person who it just gave me a little bit of a chance. Honestly, bro, like I only remember those guys. And even the savants that didn't like me in the past, honestly, like it didn't matter. And then a lot of them ended up liking me now. So I realized that like, hey man, like I really can't be like emotionally involved with like, oh no, they don't like Kill Me Lord because I want them to buy Kill Me Lord. Like, I'm gonna say this. I want you to buy Kill Me Lord. I want this business to get so big that I can sell it to someone. And honestly, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I never said this out loud. I'm gonna do a cartoon, basically like all the with like using like the likenesses of the members that have already happened, and like I do not care. You know what I'm saying? This is my chaos. So I will let them know before, but like I had this like, oh god, I'm kind of ranting a little bit, but like I had this idea that like the Cumular Gate was supposed to be voiced by like Josen. I don't know if you know Josen from Twitter. He has this like, and I just thought we just thought it would be really cool to have like. Anyway, I'm going on, but that's my artist. That's my artist coming out, right? And that's what happens when the boss is a crazy artist. You know, that's the beauty. That's why those guys like like, bro, I can be weird. I can be like honestly like not even that. I'm pretty professional, and I respect actually my members quite a bit, and And a lot of people, I'm kind of when it comes to like there's like a level of me that only the members see, and it's a little different because like obviously to like the audience and everyone, I want to be clear, like I'm a fun loving guy and I'm a real person. But shit, bro, I'm about the business. Like like if you fuck with my business, bro, like I'll remember forever. Like I had, all right, so I'm gonna tell you something. I go out of my way, bro, to never ever make a business move if I think it's gonna damage somebody else's business. Like even if I really don't like the person, like I probably won't do it just because like that's their money. And in this, I realized that some people really don't make any money or enough money to where they, or maybe they just don't care. But some people will just like make decisions that hurt your business but still expect you to like them, right, to be like your friend and amicable. And but that's something like, bro, like that's a common feeling. So like being upset about that is a mistake on its own. People will never understand, like dude, I'm not gonna say names, but I got people like who left KillMiLord, and when they left, it like impacted my business on a real level. And I never said anything to them about it because like, if I did say something to them, this might damage our relationship. And honestly, maybe in that moment I should have been more sincere. But I just, it made me, instead of like making it about everything, I sort of used it to introspect. I was like, all right, Vlad, like you don't like it when people do this to you. You shouldn't do this to other people. And in not doing that to other people, I've convinced a really great group of people that like, hey, like you can trust me, you can work with me, you can build with me. And they're still here, you know what I mean? Like I got like amazing, amazing coworkers, amazing people who like follow me and I'm their leader. And honestly, sometimes I feel like they're my leader. And I think it's because of the dynamic of this. No, 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 it's not. It's not. Because the artist will have a well, the artist will come to me and they'll say, I want this, I need that. And I never criticize I never, even if it's a bad choice, like even if it's a bad choice, I don't criticize it. I let the keys fall. I let the keys fall, the towers fall. I let the structure fall. And and I know that's a metaphor, but it's fallen so many times, and I'm always there and I'm always strong and I'm all like, and this is like with little, I mean, it happened, bro. It's like this interview, bro. When I first got into this interview, I was like, man, what's he gonna ask me? But as soon as I realized who you were, it's like breathing. And that's and I love things that are easy. Like I genuinely don't do things that are like, I don't really go out of my way to do things that I think are that difficult. So once the things started being easy, I was like, all right, and of course that can make me what's it called when you're used to something, so you just let it happen again and again. Yes, of course it can make you that way. But there's also the side of me that's like, you know, I love Lil Wayne, and I want a song with Lil Wayne, and I want Lil Wayne to hear my song, and I want him to fuck with me, and I want to show him that I know all his songs. I want to meet Yeet and be like, yo, white man, great job, you killed this. I want to meet Griselda. Like you're saying, like, so I have like my dough. I know this is gonna sound crazy, but I do feel um I do feel mentally bigger than a lot of people. Like not smarter, just like able to handle more stress, more responsibilities, more trouble. Like so oh my God, you're so right. You're so right. And that's, oh my God, that's like the hardest part about it because like okay, so fuck, bro, what a crazy place you put me in. Nah, bro. Nah. No, you might be better. I'm sorry, no, I love Nardwar and respect to Nardwar, like all respect. But like you're just something different, bro. Like I'm just letting you know right now. It just no, you're right, bro. I did have to let go of like so many things that I was like, man, like this is really a big part of who I am, what I am. Obviously, oh God, my neck is fucking me up. But obviously, like I'm sure that everybody has to get rid of those sacrifices. But like, do you believe in like ritual? Yes or no? Like, do you have any ritual in your life type shit? people don't do ritual, period. So some people, I mean, obviously everyone does ritual because like everyone's kind of reliving the same days back to back to back to back. So like there's ritual in that sense. But like also there's like the aware ritual. Like let's say you and me are making songs and I'm one of those artists that's like, yo, I really gotta get high before I can rap. And that might be a part of my ritual. So like and that's also it's a crux too. It's a crux, but like bro, can I be real with you? Like, sometimes I'll see your posts and I don't know truly if I believe in God, but I know that like there's an aspect to the ritual that is out of my hands. And I don't know whose hands it's in. You know what I mean? And I really like and but like, like I often like I do feel like vessel. I do feel like a vessel. And I know that's a key component in like all of it. Dude, but then there's like a part of me that's inside of me that's like, and like, there's dude, that's the struggle between like wanting, like, if okay, if I'm being real with you, if somebody were to pay me like $500,000 for the Kill Me Lord IP and like a whole bunch of other stuff, would I sell it to them right now? Yeah, of course. My family's broke. My grandma needs insulin. My like ex doesn't love me anymore. Like the fucking like, there's so much shit that I my life, but like I know that if I just sit and I think like a little, like all those white millionaires, if I think a little bit more cynical, sinister, deeper, technical, if I think legally, legally, that's also a big part of it. Like I'm gonna tell you right now, there's nothing illegal about my business, and I can't believe I'm telling you that. Dude, I'm so solid with this shit, bro. I'm one of the, I know, bro. I literally know, and so like, I'm bro. I am playing a long game too. I believe so, but I think. Hold on a second. But hold on a second. No, because I'm all too familiar with the idea. But I have a question. So when Ass Pizza came up, did he bring up some people too, or was it more of a solo journey for him? Do you know? Hey, bro, listen, that's why I can't look, bro. Look, bro. I'm living reality. I'm living like Naruto Shippuden. I'm living like a shonen anime. I'm not. This isn't really a solo job right now. Uh, but then there's like the backstory that's inside me. That's like, bro. If one of my songs blew up right now, right, and I hit 2 mil, and I was like, wow, like finally, I have a sense of satisfaction that I haven't. Maybe there's something that I haven't even been able to gain, and then I get it, and then what? Am I gonna change in that moment? I actually don't know if that's true. I don't know if I will or won't change. But the framework of what I created, it allows me to gratify myself in that moment. Because I mean, I'm not level with you, bro. Like some of these people in Kill Me Lord, like they're low key better than me as artists, conceptually, aesthetically. On some levels that makes me like, what the fuck? Like, how can I win if I can't even compete with who I'm with? And like in my own insecurity, like I even have that in myself, you know what I mean? But because I created it, it's like Vlad, like it's okay, like wake up, like you're good. Like it's almost like, I hate to say it, bro, but sometimes it feels like I'm in like a game, or like a not movie, like a game I created for myself. And the more that people get involved, like the more fun it gets. It's just like, I just want to be fair with you right now. Of course, there's an element to this that I'm like subverting my own. I'm like, all right, consciously placing the pieces, consciously doing this, and the audience really loves the fact that my sort of attitude is very like lackadaisical. Like honestly, like I think that my audience would prefer me to like disappear for a year, and out of nowhere, I come up with like a song with a crazy artist. You know what I'm saying? Like well, but like the me, bro, in my head, that the Vlad that's talking to you, bro. Like honestly, bro, I consider you my friend now. So the Vlad that's talking to you, bro, I'm like a hungry wolf, and hold up, and like sometimes, bro, I have to like I have to take a step back because like, okay, so okay, I'm gonna tell you so. I'm gonna tell you something, and I shouldn't probably say this, but so me and Silk put out a video today, and I was really proud of it. And I looked at it. I was like, wow, this is really dope how it looks, and I really like it. And we had a homie, somebody that like basically just said like the thing was freaky, and for some reason in a moment, bro, I took that as him saying it wasn't good, and I started going in. I was like, bro, what the fuck? What you mean freaky? Like this shit is hard. Like, and I like so I, bro, like the art part of it, like the true art part of it, that's the part that I'm so viscerally scared about. And that's the when people come to the show, when they see me in that moment, they're subverted one more time because they find out that I'm not Andy Warhol. I'm Basquiat. That's when they find out that I am like the a conscious revival of killing killing artists who deserve to live for that like for I don't even know what the fuck he did it for. To be on MTV with fucking tomato cans, like no way, dog. You know, bro, let me tell you something right now. How many artists right now are inspired by Basquiat? Be honest. How many are inspired by Andy Warhol? Fucking zero, dog. Fuck that guy. Oh my god, bro. I'm going I'm going too hard about it. But but that's the reality. That's the reality of me and my core. And the business, even though I gotta say, it's a little fake sometimes because I'll put on a nice smile. But I know how people are in business, and I know that they come from rich families, and I know that they have opportunities that I never got, and I know that they have legacies, and I know that when I get rich, I'm gonna give my dad a big punt, some of my money because I am him for him. I don't want to be like I don't need my dad to have been anything like, and because he was a wonderful man, actually a great husband and a fantastic father, and like he just worked hard. No, right, right. So that's how I feel. That's how I feel, and but you know, if I let's say like tomorrow I die, if the other people in the group, if they haven't absorbed what I'm saying right now, it won't work. And like like of course they might work if they I mean if they go hard in their own way, it might work a different way, and it might work in their way. But this thing right now, it won't work, bro. It won't work. And I don't plan on dying anytime soon. But like you're right about one thing. I'm gonna make it work. I'm gonna blow up myself, and then I'm gonna create so many webs of I'm gonna create a web of income for you, bro. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Let me talk. You want me to say this shit, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't think I see the intelligence of you as like somebody, bro? Like, like people underestimate people like you and me every single day. You underestimate people like me. I underestimate people like you every day. So like, it's not unfamiliar territory. That's why all this shit makes sense to people. I'm gonna keep going. Yeah. Ah. Woo. Well, the thing is, I'm very vain, and I hate to say it like that, but it's the truth because I often expect my audience to listen to my music and see that I'm trying to place that mirror. So like I'm automatically assuming so much about someone I don't even know, which is incredibly vain. You know what I mean? And to assume like I'm gonna get rich by doing it, another layer of vanity. You know what I mean? But like that's but I don't mean to I don't idolize anyone, and I don't expect anyone to idolize myself, and I like my music, and I'm willing to fight in the dark tournament to see if I can win, and I'm okay with losing. um that's it. My vanity comes from the fact that I am okay. I'm okay if I go to the show and they don't like me. I used to not feel like I was okay with that, but I am okay with that, and I want to go to the show. And if there is a room where people don't like me, I want to know where that room is, and I want to leave, and I want to be okay. Like I just like, or maybe sometimes you know when you go to a room with people who don't like you, like it's not easy. Sometimes you get beat the shit out of. Like it's not. It's just like obviously like there's sometimes where you can't like even if you go to a bad situation, like you can't always just enter a bad situation and leave it feeling unscathed. But I use I think the vanity it kind of gives me a little bit of power because it's not really me. You know, it's almost like a separation of me in a quick moment. Because the me that's really me is like, wow, I really wish my mom was like here. I wish that my ex fucked with me. I wish that my homie was alive. I wish that my homie had money. I wish that I had money. I wish I wasn't in a hotel room. Like the real me is It's a part of it. It's a part of all of it, but I know that the honest answer is that like the presenting me right now is a very vain person. Like Vlad is super vain, and I think and I think that the vein is in my veins, so I don't know if I can get it out. You know, I don't know if they have that yet, but well, I kind of like really look, bro. You're saying some stuff that it's making me feel like if I would have heard you say this, like when I was like making those, like when I was doing that year where I was making that all every day on TikTok, whatever, like I would have, dude, I would have felt so inspired because I think you're right, bro. Like I can't. Okay, so right now I'm kind of reaping the benefits of everything that I set up, but I'm not like rich, and like what I want is like to be rich because I would like to have I want financial stability in order to help. God, and that's an issue too because like you can't help everyone, and that's one of my weaknesses too. You know, Astro Trap told me one time that I reminded him of his mom, which by the way, that's a weird thing to say to me, and I'm saying it live on the interview, but like, but I think he said it because like he probably like his mom tried to like give a little bit to everyone, right? And I had a okay, so I don't want to get too crazy about this, so please let me know if I need to stop. But like, basically, my homie Oni was like, "Yo, bro, like, you really remind me of Lil Peep in that way." And I don't know if you know this about Lil Peep, but like he used to like let people stay at his house like all the time. People were in his house like 24/7, and he was like, I guess like he was like depressed and like didn't actually like that situation, but those people were just like, they just were using him, right? And so I think about that a lot, and I'm like, what if people are using me? And and I stop and I realize that like because of who I am, because I'm a little cynical, because sometimes I can be kind of bad person. I set up my group to not allow anyone to use me without my permission. Like I had to ask you to join Kill Me Lord, right? I had to ask them to like to get inside. I had to ask, and the only way for them to use me, which is like maybe like to like right. And then so then but then there's like it adds these like different layers because and I'm not trying to say like anyone who left Kill Me Lord is a user because actually that's not true. Everybody who's ever in Kill Me Lord is actually a really wonderful person. But using people is just like a thing that human beings do just by default. When you are traumatized, you use people to get out of situations. If you're a victim, you use people because you don't want to re-experience the trauma. So like I think that like when people leave the group, bro, when they left the group, I it's the only time I feel used, and that's when I have like my like I don't know if you know this, but like I kind of freaked out a little bit maybe like 2 years ago because like I remember Beardex left Kill Me Lord like 2 years ago, and it was a big deal for me, bro, because like I spent like a minute like trying to get homie on the team, and like like for me it was like this is an amazing artist savant, like somebody who I know is gonna go down in music history, and that they're giving me this time, and I can't fuck this up. I gotta make this work, and it felt like, man, I fucked up somewhere. I fucked up, and it just made me so upset. That was the only time, and I don't advise anyone to do this. That was the only time I tweeted. Like I was like, "Yo, Beardex unfollowed me on Twitter. Send beats," and I didn't actually use any of the beats anyone sent. I just was trying to be like, I was trying to be petty. Like in that moment, I didn't act like myself. Like that's not the me that I said. Hey, bro, but don't forget. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but don't forget the humiliation is the only thing that will bring you to humility. You don't think I felt humiliated after like all those people were like, "Oh, you Vlad," but we thought you were one thing. It turns out you're like everyone in a moment. People, their entire concept of me like shifted, right? But in that moment of humiliation, bro, I accepted it, and I mean, I've only stronger since. And in that moment, I realized like, wow, like my team is me. Like I'm the core of my team. I don't need to. And so it gave me a little bit of strength because maybe if I wasn't making the music I'm making, and also if I don't have like my content cycle, maybe I can't say these things to you. Maybe if I'm a different artist, I can't like maybe I can't stand on it. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I honestly like I put in the work, like you said. But like a few variables could be changed, and then I'm someone completely different who can't say this to you right now, and that's why like well, hold on, bro. I just want to say like you often talk about God. You talk about it often, and it makes me think because, bro, Well, I'm just saying like but just one oh my god, bro. It just one change in you and suddenly you're not talking to me here. Suddenly you don't fuck with me. Suddenly you fuck with me enough to be scared to talk to me. Suddenly, bro. I know. Beautiful. Whoa. But hold on a second. I could agree to disagree because I have to say that for me, if I die tomorrow, I'll have remembered you. And this will be the last evidence of my living. And I only know you. I don't know what you believe and I don't know what you see and I don't know what you feel. But I know you. And to be honest with you, bro, your strength is what got me to this conversation. And it might be strength through God, but for me right now, it's just me and you. So I gotta because you're no it's a little I just can't let you I can't let you forget who you are, and I know you don't. It gets deep. But I don't want you to think that I'm in any way disrespecting your beliefs. Because to be honest with you, you give me a vehicle for my own mind. It's not. I'm not. I'm talking. You know, I'm a searcher for truth. And I know. No, I get that, and and to be honest with you, like I look forward to watching more of your interviews. This dynamic is it's pretty brilliant. I hope that I hope that you maintain the dynamic. But even if you change it up a little bit, I still believe that. Look, me, I'm a believer that body, soul, mind, one, past, present, future, same. I obviously changes happen, but like, dude, uh, you must have been put on this earth for a reason. I hate to sound Christian with it because I know I just say like I'm not, but I do believe that there are reasons why people aren't. Oh, I can see you still, bro. But hold on a second. Let me. No, you're not moving. No, you're not. You stop moving. You stop moving. But should we reset? No, you're good. Should we reset? I want the audience to be able to see you. Listen, I'm down, and I'm down, and I think that if I'm being real with you, if anyone's listening right now, you should get interviewed by Knockstar. Just because, like, bro, it wasn't just the questions; it was also how you were asking them. Dude, I don't know, man. I don't know if it's you might have a you might have a real talent. I'm not that easy to open up. You know, I generally don't. So no, bro, I don't know, man. I'm known to glaze about shit like this, so I'm sorry, but no, it's undeniable, bro. So really, please don't stop. Let's do this more. Like, let's tell me when you schedule. I'm down to do whenever. But also, like, I think you should interview some people. I think people would want to, dude. I would watch your interviews. You know what I'm saying? I would. Okay, so well, it's got to be the next one. I think you should focus. Well, no, hold on. Let me, bro. I think you should pick someone that like is like, bro. Okay, I think. Oh my god, bro. Like, you know, right? It's tough, but it's not even not. Sometimes, bro. Like, I can't like lie, bro. Like, there's some people who fucking hate me, you know, because I mean, I disrespected them, and like everyone. I mean, I'm sure you got people hate you because you respected them, and like, I'm not trying to be like, I'm just like, bro. Sometimes who you are is just in the way of someone else, and that's, I mean, that's we live in capitalist society, so I hate to it's really I hate that people have that mentality, but like okay, so yes, 2 days ago my car got in a car accident and I was like just parked on like the side of the road and a police officer pulled up behind me and my homie Oni who shoots the videos, he was like, "Yo, that guy's running our plates." And I was just like, "I wonder why he's running our plates. Like we're just sitting here like we didn't do anything." And so then I was thinking like careless, I was thinking like, "You know what? I'll walk out and I'll ask him like if he knows where a tire shop is." I don't know why. Like it's been mad years since I like even talked to police and I was like, but you know what, bro? Let's see. Let's see. I got my white friend in the car. Like, that's not gonna happen. And I got out and I walked up, bro, maybe two, three steps. And he was like, it's slow mo. He went, he looked at me and he pulled out his gun, bro. He went, and then I was like, and so then in that moment, I like stopped, right? I was like, oh, he upped it at me. So I was like, I shouldn't react to this moment. I should like, if I react, if I run or anything, he's gonna shoot me. So I stopped moving and I looked at him and he was like, he started freaking out and in a really, really weird way. I was confused. I was like, why are you freaking out right now? And he was like, uh, hey, you never walk up to a police officer with one of your hands in your pockets. Are you crazy? and I ignored what he said in that moment, and I just said, "Hey man, my car tire is I got in an accident. Can you help me out?" He's like, he said, then he repeated it again, and I was like, "Yeah, I heard you. I just, my car. I'm in an accident. So, do you know where a tire shop is?" And he points to like the sign that's right there. It's like 9 p.m. The tire shop is closed. So I tell him, I was like, "No, the tire shop is closed. Like, you guys can't help me out." And when I asked him for help, they drove off. So like, you know what I mean, bro? Like it's like he was willing to kill me. He was willing to kill me, but not help me. And I think it's like, but it's like this situation with all this the stuff we're doing here. I was in his way of his job, of the stuff that he knew. He probably just thought I was some beaner guy. He probably thought I was like, who's this fucking Mexican? Like, I'm not even lying, bro. But the same mentality, the same thing is what these people do to their artists, what they do to other artists. And I know you're right, bro. I know that people need to just share the content, need to share it, like because there's much less savants than there is audience, and these savants, they don't see that they're at the whims of these mostly white people who finance them. I mean, there's a lot of white rappers right now who are being financed by other white people who are being reposted by black people just to give the impression that black people like listening to a white guy sound like Yeet. No offense, but like it's the truth. Like it's like, but I mean, like I would be okay with it if all the people were sharing all the people, but it's just not it's not true. You know what I mean? So it is weird. It is weird.